I'm Yasmin Saeed and you're watching the English news programme on Somaliland National Television. These are the stories making headlines. Somaliland central government and Hargeysa's local government hold a meeting on cooperative efforts of acquiring several fire trucks for the capital city. Minister of Health holds press conference on outbreak of polio in Somaliland. US politicians blast NSA surveillance programme. Several senior government officials, including the Minister of Finance, Abdulaziz Mohammed Samaleh, and the Minister of Interior, Ali Mohammed Waran Ade, met with the Development Committee of Hargeysa's local government to discuss the best possible avenues of acquiring more fire trucks for the capital city. The Mayor of Hargeisa also participated in the meeting.
Speaking on the significance of acquiring more fire trucks, the Mayor of Hargeisa, Abdurrahman Aidid, pointed out the urgency of providing city residents with better facilities and necessary equipment for possible fires. It's important, it's needed, it's a step forward, and I pledge on behalf of Hargeysa's local government to contribute $100,000 to the fulfillment of this project, said the Mayor of Hargeisa. He added that members of civil society would be expected to also contribute to the efforts of Hargeysa's local government in cooperation with Somaliland's government. Minister of Finance Abdulaziz Mohammed Samaleh stated that Somaliland's government would contribute a total of $200,000 in order to ensure an adequate number of fire trucks are purchased. The government of Somaliland will continue to stand by local governments throughout the nation on this and similar initiatives aimed at further developing the nation, said the Finance Minister. The Minister of Interior, Ali Mohammed Waran Ade, elaborated on the interdependent relationship between Somaliland's government and local governments. He emphasized that a number of objectives have been reached, including the construction of roads and bridges, through such a cooperative relationship. Other speakers at the meeting included members of the Development Committee of Hargeysa's local government.
Somaliland's Minister of Health, Salebaan Isa Haglatosia, held a press conference at ministerial headquarters on the recent outbreak of polio in Somaliland.
Minister of Health Salebaan Isa Haglatosia informed the media that Somaliland's health sector is strong and continues to develop through the support of this government, local and international organizations. However, he stressed the recent outbreak of polio, primarily due to ill foreigners traveling to Somaliland with the infection, can be resolved and eradicated with proper measures. The Minister of Health stated that the case in hand was discovered in Las Ano district. The government is committed to ensuring citizens remain healthy and those who are sick are given adequate medical support. This is a priority of this administration. Therefore, the public should know we are working effortlessly, said the Minister of Health. Polio has not been found in Somaliland for over 5 years due to the hard work, determination and commitment of Somaliland's Ministry of Health.
The head of Somaliland's diaspora community in California discussed the importance of restoring security and stability in Bohadle and its vicinity, as well as ensuring ways of strengthening peaceful coexistence among the population residing in Somaliland's regions, bordering with neighbouring Puntland regional administrations.
The head of Somaliland Diaspora Community of California, USA, stressed the necessity of strengthening peace and stability in Buhola district and the neighbouring areas, keen to apprise the people of Somaliland the meaning of peaceful coexistence, cooperation, and collectively working on strengthening security while exploiting together the natural resources as part of the government package of oil and mineral exploration. Head of the Somaliland Diaspora Community in California also expressed admiration for the reshuffle which was recently instituted by President of Somaliland, admitting to being widely enhanced the involvement of the various tribes in government responsibilities. He reiterated the significance of widening ongoing efforts towards ensuring collaboration on the search for passive and peaceful participation of political spectrum by the various tribes in the eastern borders of Somaliland.
You're still tuned into the English news programme on Somaliland National Television, the only Somali-speaking channel with an English news programme. Here's an update of the main international stories making headlines. United States politicians have blasted the nation's intelligence agencies for trampling on privacy rights and vowed to impose limits on the government's authority to scoop up Americans' phone records.
At a House Judiciary Committee hearing, members from both parties berated senior officials over the collection of bulk phone data as beyond the limits of the U.S. Constitution, as well as legislation adopted by Congress. The hearing focused on the government's far-reaching surveillance activity that have come under intense scrutiny after Edward Snowden revealed the National Security Agency was collecting phone metadata of conversations between foreign nationals and American citizens through a program known as PRISM. House representatives, however, said Congress had amended the post-9/11 Patriot Act to ensure phone or other business records would only be collected on a narrow basis when government agencies had a specific suspect or threat in mind.
A court in Russia's northern Kirov region has found protest leader Alexei Navalny guilty of stealing $500,000 from a state timber company. Judge Sergei Bilnov said on Thursday that he had found the 37-year-old critic of Russian President Vladimir Putin guilty of colluding to steal money in a timber deal while acting as an unpaid advisor to the local government. The court, having examined the case, has established that Navalny organized the crime and the theft of property on a particularly large scale, the judge said. Navalny, who emerged as a prominent opposition leader last year during anti-Putin protests, could be sentenced up to 10 years in jail for what he has said were trumped-up charges. That would bar him from running for Moscow mayor in September against Sergei Sobyanin, a Putin favorite, and from contesting the presidential election in 2018, in which the president, Russia's dominant leader for 13 years, could try to extend his rule until 2024. The anti-corruption campaigner exchanged wry smiles with his wife, Yulia, who stood behind him in court after the verdict was read. He sent tweets on his mobile while standing in front of the judge in a courtroom packed with journalists and opposition activists. Navalny said on Twitter that the judge was simply repeating the accusations made by prosecutors and agreeing with them. North Korea has insisted Cuban weapons found aboard a Pyongyang flagged ship near the Panama Canal were part of a legitimate deal and called for the release of the ship's crew. Panama is to charge the crew of the Chong Chong gang with crimes against internal security after detaining them on Tuesday, and has asked the United Nations to inspect the ship's cargo to determine if it breaches arms sanctions imposed on North Korea over its nuclear program. Pyongyang's foreign ministry on Wednesday said, "This cargo is nothing but aging weapons which are to be sent back to Cuba after overhauling them according to a legitimate contract. The Panamanian authorities should let the crewmen and ship leave without delay." The Chong Chong gang was stopped near the Panama Canal on Tuesday, laden with a consignment of Cuban weapons and 100,000 tons of sugar. The weapons included disassembled rockets, MiG-21 aircraft parts, and 2 anti-aircraft missile systems. Cuba admitted it was sending the weapons for repair to North Korea, but insisted they were obsolete, defensive, Soviet-era arms, and the deal was legitimate. The sugar was payment for the service, it added. The crew rioted after being boarded, while the ship's captain was reported to have suffered a heart attack before trying to commit suicide. That's all the news we have for you today. Thank you for watching, and until next time, goodbye.